Okay. Hey. So my computer isn't really working right now, so I can't really record and upload because it'll overheat and explode and burn my house down. So, gonna get a different video. Not the usual content, but in the sub-circumstance that I'm right, I want there to be proof. So, you'll be getting my Splatoon Raiders predictions and theories. Yeah. Number one, the plane flying in the beginning of the trailer. I believe is the plane from Salmon Run because it's the only relevant plane we've seen. And going along with this theory is also my second theory, I guess. The guy flying the helicopter, or girl, or person, whatever, you know what I mean. The guy flying the helicopter, may be the new agent we've seen. But if you take a closer look, I'll put up a screenshot. But if you look closer, it kind of looks like it's a black inkling male. But for all, I'm still a little skeptical on this one actually. But for all I know, it could actually just be the person we're playing as who's flying the plane. So, but I'm just saying, in the sub-circumstance, it could be somebody, you know, male, black, and an agent. Because unless it's just a mask, actually, unless it's just like the mask is like, what's the word I'm looking for? Film? No. Film, I'm going with film. The mask is film. It could just be that, which is darkening their face. Because from my perspective, their eyes do look kind of brownish, and the person we're playing as, his eyes are red. But again, for all I know, that could still be the person we're playing as, and it could just be the mask is film. This next one, I should put a disclaimer. None of these are in order, by the way. I know I should have put these in order, but we all know I'm unorganized and not doing that shit. Anyway, but for my next one is, if you look in the trailer, you see the same kind of statues in the background, and my friend Wasabi, he actually helped me point this one out. In the background, there are a lot of statues, the same type of statues, and I've counted 4, maybe 5. I want to go with 4 because in the last one I saw, I want to believe that it was just a different angle of the same statue, but again, I'm not sure, so I'm going with 4, but it may be 5. Now all I'm saying, 4, Splatoon 4, Agent 4. Y'all see where I'm going with this? I know I'm crazy. Please, don't shoot me. But anyway, I'm going with that. That's not really much of a theory, that's not really much of a theory, as more as an observation. That because that's the only thing I've really seen like copy and pasted multiple times throughout this trailer, I believe that could be something added to the storyline. And also, it could also be some kind of decoration we have for our lockers. I haven't checked, but it could be a decoration we have for the lockers. And if it is, I'll look for the name of it and see if that connects to anything also. But I believe that can be something added to the storyline. So for my fourth, kind of, not theory, more like prediction, or we're going with prediction, I can't think of the other word. But for my number 4, if you look in the newspaper while Deep Cut is in the helicopter looking at the newspaper while they're talking, if you look at the newspaper, I'd noticed that you can see the picture of Splatsville and a picture of Shelly and Donnie at the bottom of the newspaper. Now, I believe that, well, believe in disbelieve. I want to say that it could be something related to it, or because they're going to, what the fuck we say it? Sparlight Island? The fuck was it called? I low-key forgot. It's okay, we're gonna keep rolling. But I believe that where they're going could be somewhat related to Splatsville, because it's kind of, for me at least, it's kind of weird that they have a newspaper talking about Splatsville and also a picture of Shelly and Donnie. Not saying Shelly and Donnie might be like a part of it, but it's still a little weird to me. Now, going with this also, this could also be a part of Deep Cut's backstory, because this could be set in like before Deep Cut went to Spotsville, because because only I think this because I don't know how I'm supposed to explain this the right way. My only explanation is like they could be reading about Splatsville while on one of their hunts looking for treasure. Yeah, that's what I'm probably gonna go with. They're probably reading, this is probably some of their backstory, and they're reading about Splatsville before they go, and they're reading about it on one of their treasure hunts. That's what I'm going with. I'm not saying Shelly and Donnie might be a part of it. I'm just thinking Shelly and Donnie might be related to like, what they're reading about Splatsville. So I think that this might be a part of their backstory also. For my number 5, I am talking about the gold glow at the center of the hurricane tornado thingy. You know what I'm talking about. But at the center of that gold glow. Now here's where I'm getting, into my theory now. I believe that this story mode may be about Salmon Run. Just maybe. You gotta hear me out, and it'll somewhat make sense. The more I go through my theories, I have 4 pages and 30 things I have written down, so it should somewhat start making sense. But for this one, I'm talking about the gold glow at the center of the tornado. Now, from my view, the only gold thing I've seen is from Salmon Run, the golden eggs, and the Goldie. Now, I'll put up the clip. If you listen to the sound of the golden glow in the middle, it kind of sounds like, and I think I have this theory down here also. I don't remember where, when, how, somewhere, what page, where. Hold on, guys, give me a minute. I'm gonna find it. I'm good, I swear. Hold on, bro. Hold on. Let me cook. I didn't find it. But I think that it sounds like kind of when you get close to a golden egg or a Goldie. I don't remember which one it is. But I know one of them make a noise when you get close to it. But I think it sounds the same because Nintendo has a history of making distorted sounds. Like in holy fuck. In Side Order, that one boss, I don't remember the name of, the one with the towers, with the circle and the towers. That song was Pearl Marina's song, and it was very distorted. And I think they're doing somewhat the same thing with the golden egg sound. So I think that this gold glow in the middle could be somewhat related to Salmon Run. Meaning it could be a Goldie or some kind of golden egg or something like that. That's what I think. The only reason why I'm really going off of this one is because the only gold thing I remember seeing relevantly has been in Salmon Run with the Goldie and golden eggs. That's really why I'm going off of this theory. Number 6 is actually like relatively short. I should have added number 6 to number 5, but I forgot to. But all I'm saying for number 6 is about the tornado. Now, before I actually get to my theory, I know the name is a play off of Spiralite Islands, so that could be meaning about the tornado. But I just want to say the only tornado that we've seen has been the one in Salmon Run, and all I'm saying is that could be somewhat correlated. I'm just like picking parts from things we've seen that are kind of in this trailer. So I think that the tornado from Salmon Run could somewhat, I know it doesn't look the same, I know that. But I think that it could somewhat correlate between that and that. So that's all I'm saying now. Okay, so number 7 is, I'm talking about the title of the game. Not the title, but the title of the game, Splatoon Raiders. Now, and I'm pretty sure, I'm not gonna go look for this, I'm lazy. You can fact check me if you want. I'm not gonna go look. But I think somewhere in Deep Cut's dialogue, while a big run was going on, they said it was a raid. Now, I don't know if they did for sure, but I think it would make sense because Big Run is technically a raid. They are raiding stages. So I think Splatoon Raiders could be a play off of the raid of Big Run, which is again why I think this is about Salmon Run. Number 8 is also relatively short. This isn't nothing in the trailer. This is just an observation. Salmonids really did come out of nowhere. I get that they kind of sort of smallly had a backstory, not technically, the only thing we really got about them was the golden eggs and why Grizz wanted them. From my knowledge, for all I know, they could have had a backstory and I don't know about it, but from my knowledge, I believe they don't have a backstory in Splatoon 2. They just showed up after Splatoon 1. You go log into Splatoon 2, and all of a sudden there's this place you can go work at, and no one knows where the salmonids came from. All we know is what they were used for. They were used for golden eggs for Grizz. So all I'm saying is, it's not like Nintendo to give something to put something in a game and not give it a backstory. So I think that this could be the chance for salmonids for their backstory, plus Deep Cut's backstory also. All I'm saying is, while this could also be a part of Deep Cut's backstory, it could also be a salmonid backstory. I know it kind of wouldn't make sense because they were introduced in Splatoon 2 while Deep Cut was introduced in Splatoon 3, but knowing Nintendo, they probably found a way to correlate the lore. So all I'm saying is that it could somewhat be their backstory also, because we have no backstory on the salmonids. So this isn't really a theory, more of an observation again. In the background of Big Man, when it shows all three of New Deep Cut's new look, in the background of Big Man, there is a map with a X on it, and I believe, and I can't find it either, and I feel like it was in one of the sunken scrolls or one of the pages in hero mode, but I believe there was a map also with an X on it. Now, it could be in one of the stages. I think it could have been in a stage in Splatoon 2, the last stage that was added, the stage that kind of looks like, I don't remember the stage names. Don't quote me. I'm not that smart. But, I feel like there was the stages that are like historical, those type of stages, like the museum one, and then the other one, the other two. I will put pictures, you'll get my point. But I believe I've seen that X somewhere. I don't know where though, but I believe I have seen that X somewhere. On a map, on a stage, in a sunken scroll, somewhere in hero mode, somewhere. For this theory 10, 11, and 28, I'm pretty sure, yeah. Theory 10, 11, and 28 all go together. I'll start with theory 10 so it makes sense. For number 10, what I've noticed is there are a lot of hook-related things. Like, this is number 28. In Shiver and Fry's ears, they have hook earrings off a fishing rod. And for number 11, Shiver is fishing. Now, the only fish-related thing we've seen, Salmon Run. I'm just saying. A lot of hook-related things. Shiver fishing could also mean something. Shiver fishing. Fish. Salmon Run. Let me cook. It's about Salmon Run. I think since there are a lot of hook-related things, and I don't remember where I put this other theory, but it's also on fish. Pretty sure it's on the last page. Yeah, this is number 29. There are a lot of, around the base where we're staying at, there are a lot of fish nets. So again, fish, fishnets, hooks, fishing, Salmon Run. Okay, number 12. The new agent is a mechanic and builds stuff off scraps. So all I'm saying for this one is salmonid bosses like Scrapper, Steel Eel, Flyfish, and all of them are all built off scraps. Pots and pans, lids, tops, scraps of metal. All I'm saying is the mechanic has a splatter shot built off of a plastic bottle, a horn, garden hose, and stuff like that. If you look at her splatter shot and look at her back, you can see all of that stuff. So I'm just saying that, not saying that she built the salmon. No, I'm not saying that, no. I'm saying that could be a theory though. You know, I'm just gonna slide that in there just in case I'm right. All I'm saying is that it could be, again, another play on Salmon Run because she's a mechanic, and it's kind of weird to just add a mechanic in Splatoon out of nowhere, and then also, you know, have Salmon Run's bosses who are built off scraps and stuff. So again, could be a play on Salmon Run. Can't remember if I mentioned this one. I'm gonna make this one really short. But my number 13, I don't think the guy flying the plane and who we're playing as are the same person. I'm pretty sure I already mentioned this, but he looks different to me. and the person we're playing as looks completely different. So, but they could for sure be the same person. But my thing about it is, when the plane landed, Fry had to carry them and they look hurt. So, and in the trailer, the person we're playing as looked perfectly fine, right? So, all I'm saying is they might not be the same person. I'm pretty sure I already mentioned this, but I don't think they're the same person though. Okay, so number 14, I'm very confident about. Number 14, I said at the end of the trailer where they're looking at the tornado. There is a shoe behind Deep Cut and the pilot. There's a shoe, and I firmly believe that shoe is from the Salmon Run slop suit. It looks the same color. It's flipped over, so you can't really see the trim at the bottom. Well, on the side, I mean, on the side, the trim on the side. But I still firmly believe that is from the Salmon Run slop suit. Okay, so for my number 15, there is where Deep Cut is standing with the pilot. There is ice around the area, and the only place we've seen ice, I believe, is in a Splatoon stage and also in Alterna. And in Alterna is where we fought Grizz. And you know, Grizz, Salmon Run. All I'm saying, let me cook. Like, I'm just saying it could be somewhat related. Not technically, but you know, not so out there, but it could be related. Just saying. The ice is, you know, relevant. Could be relevant. I'm just saying. It's Salmon Run, let me cook. Okay. I don't know which number specifically these are, but I will be talking about I was talking about the pilot and the robotic thing that walks around with us. I have a couple theories on a robotic guy. This one just goes with it. Okay, so when the pilot gets hurt, we don't ever see him or it or she or whatever again in the trailer, unless it's, you know, the person playing it. But anyway, we don't ever see them again in the trailer. So I think one theory could be that they're maybe in the robot and using it to walk. That's one. Another theory about the robotic thingy, whatever it could be, I think it could also be a thing to collect items or help us swim around. Because if you look at the tornado or at the map, I'll see if I can find the pictures. There are kind of sectors like how there were in Alterna, and I think that robotic thing might help us be able to get to other sectors or areas, because I think if you look at it, it has a propeller on the back of it, and it also has a scanner. I think I got this from another theory video. I don't remember who I got it from, but credits to them. They said that it has a scanner on it, and also I found out before I finished watching the theory video, I found out that I thought that middle part that could open up and also be where you put items. So going off of what that person said, I'll give them full credit for their theory. I believe that on that too, that it could be a thing where you can scan and collect items also. Okay, for my next couple of theories, I'll be talking about the eye that opens up at the end of the trailer before you get to Squid Research Lab. So first, the eye kind of looks like a salmon eye. From the angle, it looks kind of big. I know it's zoomed in, but if you look kind of closely and look at a salmon eye kind of next to each other, they kind of look the same. Next, Wasabi gave me this one. He said, like when it's opening its eye, it looks like you awaken something type vibe. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like, it kind of looks like, Deep Cut awakened something, which I believe is in that gold glow. I think I had something else about it. I think I thought I did. Oh yeah, I did. Another theory that makes me think it's Salmon Run. It's also, if you listen to the sound, I'll play it again. If you listen to the sound, it kind of sounds like it kind of sounds like it's underwater. Like, I don't know how to explain that sound. I'll put up a video. But it sounds like we're underwater. Salmonids are the only thing that can really go underwater and swim, so that's why I believe it's another Salmon Run boss. Not as confident with this next one, but we're gonna roll with it. So at the end, the Squid Research Lab said, said there will be more once results are in. Again, I'm not confident on this one, but the only big major thing we've had is a big run. I'm pretty sure I got the date wrong, but it was on June 13th through 15th. And I'm not saying this means anything. I'm just saying the last big thing we had after the update was a big run. So I'm just saying, not much confident on this one, but you know, just saying. Another small one, this is just a foreshadowing thing. The Splatfest gear versus Grub versus Fun was most definitely foreshadowing this. I just wanted to point that out because I thought this was funny. And I honestly did think that was funny because it was kind of an odd Splatfest. And I'm just saying, it's nothing related to the game. I just thought this one was really funny to add on. Okay, this next one I want to talk about the logo. If you look at the logo of Splatoon Raiders, you see the colors. The color is kind of like the logo of Salmon Run. That's another reason why I think it's Salmon Run. I don't have much to say about this one, that the logos look very similar to each other. So I just want to say that's another reason that, you know, it could be Salmon Run. Okay, so this is theory 30. It's not a theory, more of an observation. Big Man is a greenish color rather than gray. And he's usually gray. I know he can change colors during like Splatfest and stuff, but he is green in this one. So I believe that he's been swimming or something like that, which could be maybe another mode of transportation because he has goggles on also. So maybe we could be, again, like I said about the robotic thing, we could be using Big Man to swim around and get to places again. Okay, that was all 30 of my theories. I'll put pictures up of all the pages, but that was all 30 of my theories. I really hope I'm somewhat right because I've been up for almost a week now, maybe 2. I don't remember how long this has been out, but I've been up every day theorizing about this. And if you don't believe me, I have people who can back me up. I've been in a server with one of my friends and I wrote down all my theories, so they can back me up with this. But I'm really excited for Splatoon Raiders to come out. I do want to also say thank you to Wasabi for making the music. I will credit him in the description with his TikTok, so you should probably go subscribe to him. He is a really talented artist and also a amazing music maker. So go follow him on his TikTok. But I'm really excited for Splatoon Raiders. I can't wait to see what content comes out with it. I really hope I'm somewhat right. And I really hope y'all enjoyed whatever the fuck this video was. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye guys.